I hope you're having a nice day. So this is a bit of a weird setup for me because I can't find my tripod. So hilariously, I have a stack of books on the table, and that's how I've precariously positioned my camera. So let's hope that it stays there and doesn't fall off over the course of this video. So I thought I'd do a video to talk you through the new Poppy and Jasmine range. Poppy and Jasmine, it's Poppy and Jazz, the new Poppy and Jazz range. And yeah, show you all the pieces. So I decided to launch a range of baby patterns because I've been making clothes for Jasmine, I've been getting requests from you guys, and it just felt like the right time to do it. So it's been quite a lot to do on top of all the other releases that we do, and I want to say a massive shout out to Nicole, who's our pattern and production manager, who's worked so hard to get all of these out, so thanks Nicole. And we're starting with a collection of 5. These are the 5 things that are a bit like a mini capsule wardrobe for Jasmine. So everyday clothes that I put her in, super easy, super simple to make, practical to wear, but also fun because you can make them in lots of lovely fabrics. And a lot of the things are reversible, or 2 of the things are reversible, because I know all too well about how you put them in something, half an hour later they have their breakfast and then it's all stained. So you can just flip it round. So we're starting with a collection of 5, but there are more to come. So we have actually, I have actually designed a bigger range, but obviously we couldn't do everything at once. So this is the main 5 pieces, and also I wanted to make sure that when I launched with as many unisex pieces as I possibly could, which is really hard, especially when you have a daughter. You keep thinking about ideas, you're like, oh no, that's no good, little boys can't wear that. Anyway. So this is the daisy dress, which is the first dress that I designed, and I wanted to do a very classic little 50s style Peter Pan collar cotton summer dress or party dress. So it's got a little bodice, a very teeny Peter Pan collar, little cap sleeves, so they are bagged out, and then they're gathered into the armhole, and then it's got a gathered skirt on it, and at the back it fastens with poppers all the way down. This one hasn't got them all the way down because this is the first sample and we found it difficult to get Jasmine in and out of. So the next sample we made, which is currently in the shop, has them all the way down, just so it's super easy to get them in and out. And if you don't need to undo the bottom poppers, then that's great. But if you do, also great. I know that it's important to have it easy to get on and off. And these little press studs, you can get them, I got them on Amazon, you can get them in different colours, and it comes with a tool to sort of clamp them in. Prim also do a range, so yeah, they're really easy to find. So that is the daisy dress. I think I'm getting hay fever or something because my nose is going, but I don't have a cold. I'm allergic to something anyway. Right, these are the dandelion dungarees, and so far I think they've been the most popular pattern, and lots of people at the launch party were like, Lisa, can you please do those in an adult size? So they are reversible. They fasten with poppers here on these straps, so you can make these straps different lengths. Also, if you're buying it as a gift, or if you're thinking your little one might grow, you can just put another set of poppers on there, which you often get with children's dungarees, and then you can kind of have two options that are adjustable for when they grow. So poppers like that. So on one side the strap would be tucked in, and on the other side the strap will be on the outside, because that's how it will be on that side of the fabric. I've turned them up because I think that looks cute. It's really simple. It's basically one pattern piece, and then one strap piece. It's the same at the front as it is at the back. This sample we actually worked on it, so we have got it slightly lower on this version, but we decided that it needed to be higher, so it is higher on the pattern. So the back and the front are level, and that seems to fit babies better. Can't really think what else to say. So yeah, I'll just turn it around so you can see it. I am planning next week, we're going to be releasing some kits on the Lisa Comfort shop. So some of these fabrics you can buy off the Sew Over It website, but if you can't buy them, it's because they're coming in kits. So if you're thinking you might like to get the whole set so you can make everything in these fabrics, then you might want to hang on till next week. Here we go. Lovely and soft. Oh, it's crazy because all these clothes are like gonna have to stay in the shop, and by the time they are ready to, maybe some of them come home, Jasmine won't fit them anymore. So lots of lovely clothes that she could be wearing. Right, next one is the tangerine trousers, and this has got a label on it because we had it at the launch party. Now these were trousers that I designed with Jasmine in mind, because Jasmine is, as you know, a lovely chubby baby, and a lot of the trousers that I bought for her, they really digged in because they had narrow waistbands, and I felt they weren't very comfortable. So I wanted to have a nice big wide soft waistband so that nothing digs in, and it's super comfy for them. So that's why I designed this. And then another feature that was important was the feet. So Jasmine has trousers with feet like this, or baby grows, and I wanted to have an option to put those on or off, because if they're not yet walking, it's easier just to put them in things like this because the socks always fall off. And if they are walking, then you can just make a version with yeah, just straight across, like little leggings. So yeah, these are just made out of nice cotton jersey, a thin weight jersey. You can also make them out of something like French terry. These are French terry, but they're so easy to make. These are probably the easiest in the collection. Really quick as well. So this is a kind of like max 2-hour project to make these, so very achievable in an evening. Then to go with the trousers, we've done a little standard sweatshirt, so super simple, no need for ribbing, no need for poppers because the neckline is nice and wide. A lot of Jasmine's jumpers were a smaller neckline and then poppers at the side, so I thought, well, let's just make our lives easier if we're making these and just make the neckline a bit wider. So that's what we've done with this, and we've just used the same fabric to create the cuffs and to create the neckband and to create the bottom band. So you could use ribbon if you really wanted to, but I don't think it's important, and it just means all you need to get is one fabric, and this needs about 1/2 meter or something, so really not that much at all. French terry, Roma Ponte, perfect. Again, really easy, really simple, and you'll just be so amazed how quickly little things get sewn up, so much quicker than adult clothes. So sorry, this is the strawberry sweatshirt. I've named everything after, mainly after food, because I didn't want to go down the route of names like with our Sew Over It patterns, because I felt like that could be confusing. So we decided to kind of keep to sort of fruits. We've also got dandelion and daisy, a couple of flowers. Okay, and then this, which I think is my favourite one, is the honeydew hoodie, and it's reversible, it's double-breasted, and it's yeah, it's completely reversible. So even when, I think the popper thing confuses people, because you're like, how can the poppers work reversibly? But they can, because they just flip to the other side, so it just wraps over the other way. So again, great because hoodies and things like that, outerwear, a bit more of a pain to wash because you might need it dry straight away for the next day, but it's reversible, so you've got a couple of wears and a couple of options of excuse me, of, you know, changing up the fabric. Maybe you'll want one with a plain fabric, maybe you'll want one with a pattern, so you can mix it up like this one is. Very cute. And of course they don't have to wear it done up, they can wear it open. So yeah, really love this one. Really sweet. Lovely little hood. Again, quite like to have this in an adult size. So that's the collection that we're launching with. I hope you like it. And maybe you'll have somebody, a little mini person you know that you can make something for. But it's a great use of getting rid of your scraps from knit fabrics, because yeah, a lot of them just need around 1/2 meter. I think the dungarees need the most, and maybe the daisy dress, but depending on the size you're making, it doesn't really need that much fabric, which is good. Now the pattern instructions are quite different because they are illustrated digitally. So Nicole has done these amazing digital illustrations of the patterns. So I'm going to insert one now so you can see. And so yeah, the booklets are really pretty. We've done them a bit different because we wanted them to look different from our other things that we do, but they're so, we've been able to put so much detail in there. through the illustrations, so I'm really pleased with how they've turned out. So I named the collection after Poppy and Jasmine. One, I just like the sound of their names together, Poppy and Jazz, and we call Jazz Jasmine. We call Jasmine Jazz just for short, so I just thought that was a really fun name and felt fitting for children's stuff as well. I've also set up a separate Instagram account for Poppy and Jazz. The reason why I did that is because I thought if you're into kids wear, then you'll love, you know, looking at all the different makes and things, but if you're not into children's baby patterns, then it'll be annoying if it keeps coming up on the feed. So we wanted to separate it so that you can follow what you want to follow. So that's why there's a separate Instagram account for Poppy and Jazz. I'll put all the links to it below, but it's basically at Poppy and Jazz, so spelt A-N-D. So that's the collection. I'm not wearing something handmade today. I kind of got dressed without thinking that I was going to be filming this video, but this is actually from my book So Over at Vintage, so it's not handmade, but it is customised. It's lots of vintage brooches that I've just sort of stitched onto the side there to add to a kind of very plain knitted top. So I don't think I've worn this in ages, so it's quite really, you know, when you go into your drawer and you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot I had that. Had one of those moments this morning. So today is Friday, filming this quite late. Sorry if it keeps shaking, the camera keeps shaking when I touch the table. So I'm going to Clapham, and then I've got meetings in town, and then I've got to somehow find time to edit this, so it may be that this doesn't get uploaded until late Friday. I don't know, I'm sorry if it's a bit late, but it will be up. And next week I will be back to do my makes, so lots of lovely makes from this month. So tune in next Friday for that. And I've also got my eye on all the lovely fabrics for the next month, and I'm really enjoying making some stuff and having some new bits in my wardrobe. So yeah, I can't wait to share those with you. But for now, I don't think there's anything else to say. I hope you will have a lovely bank holiday if you're in the UK, and if you're outside of the UK, just have a lovely weekend. Bye!